This program brought to you in part by the Erica Lewis Endowment Fund.
Coming up, it's Coronado taking on ATEC, Advanced Technologies Academy. This is Varsity Quiz. Hello, welcome. This is the 57th season of Varsity Quiz. We got the best and the brightest high school kids matching wits in this unique academic competition. And honored to be your host, I'm Nathan Tannenbaum. We sure hope you know that we have two separate Varsity Quiz leagues in each season's competition. So we crowned a Blue League champion a couple of weeks ago. We are close to the championship now of the Silver League. So the winner of tonight's match between Coronado, the Cougars, who defeated Canyon Springs, and the Advanced Technologies Academy, ATEC, the Mavericks, who defeated Palo Verde. The winner of this match moves on to the 2026 VQ Championship. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's meet tonight's players. Starting for Coronado, we have Seme. Hi, Seme. Nice to see you. Drake, hello.
Hi.
Miriam,
howdy.
Welcome back. And Cameron.
Hello.
And the coach for Coronado, Matt Aberman. Ladies and gentlemen, Coronado. And the starting players for ATEC, the Advanced Technologies Academy. Hello to Brian.
Hello.
William.
Hello.
Mark.
Hey.
And Vidyuth. And the coaches for ATEC, Johnny Wynn and Christopher Argento, the Advanced Technologies Academy. All right, students, let's play Varsity Quiz. Which microscopic organisms, also called water bears, or that's ATEC, Brian?
Tardigrades.
Correct. Points on the board for ATEC. We move to the next question. T.S. Eliot wrote what English language poem? And that's Coronado. Miriam?
The Wasteland.
That's correct. Points on the board for Coronado. Let's keep going. In June of 2025, what type of malicious digital attack caused widespread disruption to the healthcare provider Synovus by encrypting data, locking users out while demanding payment? ATEC, Mark?
Ransomware.
That's correct. Calculation question now, students. Perhaps you can use Kramer's rule to solve the system. In any means, what is the solution here? Negative x minus 6y equals minus 23 minus 2x plus 5y equals 5. Coronado, Miriam.
Y is 18, X is 17.
That's incorrect. We were looking for 5 and 3. Next question, no points, we move on. Which Middle Eastern country is home to both Mecca and Coronado? Miriam.
Saudi Arabia.
Correct. From 1638 to 1655, Sweden tried to be a part of colonialism, established New Sweden in parts of what's now Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and what state that is namesake to the river this colony started on? ATEC, Mark?
Delaware.
Correct. The 2025 phase of this NASA initiative aimed to return humans to the moon by the end of the decade. ATEC, Brian?
Artemis.
Correct. How long does it take for light to reach Earth from the sun? Coronado, Miriam.
About 8 minutes.
Correct. What's the conclusion of this syllogism? All 75-inch Toshiba TVs are nice. No nice things are cheap. This, Coronado, Miriam?
All 75 Toshibas are not cheap.
Can we take that, Judge? Yeah, that's an interrupt. Let me finish reading the question. All 75-inch Toshiba's TVs are nice. No nice things are cheap. This 75-inch TV is a Toshiba. ATEC, Mark?
This 75-inch Toshiba is not cheap.
Nope. So we were looking for this 75-inch TV is not cheap, so no points. Let's move on. Which crop is a major source of protein-rich food, sauce, dairy-free milk, and oil? Coronado, Miriam?
Soy.
Correct. Which country controls the exclave of Kaliningrad between Coronado, Drake?
Russia.
That's right. In what James Hilton story do 4 travelers crash land in Tibet and find the luxuriant and extraordinarily peaceful Valley of the Blue Moon, where one of them eventually becomes the High Lama? Coronado, Miriam.
Shangri-La.
Incorrect. ATAC, Mark?
Story of Buddhism.
No, it was Lost Horizon. No points. Next question. What act, passed in the 1930s, included these provisions? Employees shall have the right to organize and bargain collectively through representatives of their own choosing, and shall be free from interference and restraint of labor of their agents. ATAC, Mark?
The Homestead Act.
Incorrect. Coronado, Seme.
The Trade Union Act?
No, it was the Wagner Act. No points. Next question. What do we call chemical rain caused by sulfur and nitrogen oxides? Coronado, Drake?
Acid rain?
That's right. What term can be used for a small recess in a wall, or a perfect position for someone professionally, or the role of an organism in an ecosystem? Coronado, Miriam?
Niche.
Yep, that's correct. Next question. Which act in 1890 was the first to restrict monopolies in the U.S.? Coronado, Miriam?
The Sherman Antitrust Act.
That's correct. The Mayan pyramid in Chichen Itza, called the Temple of Kukulkan, features how many steps, symbolizing, Coronado, Miriam?
1600.
Incorrect. That's an interrupt symbolizing the solar year. ATAC, Mark?
2022.
Nope, no points. We were looking for 365. Next question. What's the name of the flap that covers the trachea during swallowing? ATAC, Mark?
Uvula.
Incorrect. To prevent food from entering the lungs. Coronado, Miriam?
The epiglottis.
That's correct. Which small home appliance became a symbol of modern convenience in the 1950s? ATAC, Mark?
Microwave.
Yes. Some of the names are Alcyone, Electra, Maya, Merope, Tegeta. How are these daughters of Atlas? ATAC, Mark?
The Muses.
Incorrect. That is an interrupt. How are these daughters of Atlas known both in mythology and in astronomical constellations? Coronado, Miriam?
The Pleiades.
Correct. Calculation question now, students. It takes 2 minutes to reload 3 ink cartridges into Ralph's antiquated printer. What's the equation that relates the number of cartridges, C, to the number of minutes, M? I'll repeat, 2 minutes to reload 3 ink cartridges into Ralph's antiquated printer. What's the equation? Coronado, Miriam?
2C equals 3M.
That's incorrect. What's the equation? ATAC, Vidyuth?
C equals to 2/3 M.
We were looking for M equals 2/3 C. No points. Let's move on. Correct the incorrect word in this sentence. Stanley thought he was being superstitious when he was hiding his son's birthday present, but his son saw him sneaking the bike. Coronado, Seme.
Superstitious?
No, that's incorrect. ATAC, William.
Mysterious?
I don't think we can take that. So we need not only find the incorrect word, but correct the incorrect word. So we were looking for surreptitious instead of superstitious. No points. Next question. There are mainly 3 major types of these winds. Polar ones that cross the northern and southern hemisphere, and an equatorial one. What do we call these high altitude winds that move west to east? ATAC, William.
Jet stream?
Yes. Although popular myth claims that the movie produced by this inventor's company of the execution of Topsy the elephant was an ATAC, William.
Edison?
Correct. Marking a significant step in social reform, the English 1833 Factory Act greatly reformed working conditions in industry, especially for which group? Who even, that's ATAC, Mark?
Children.
Correct. That's the end of our first round. How about a round of applause for both teams? That's fantastic. But hey, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a second to get to know our players a little bit. We start with Coronado. We have 11th grader Same. Hi, Same.
Hi, Nick.
Nice
How
to
are you?
see you.
Good to see you too.
It says here you're a member of something. Is it called the Hope Squad?
Yes, it's Hope Squad.
What
yes.
is that?
It's a suicide prevention organization. We essentially work within schools to help students who are struggling get the resources they need, so that way they're, doing.
Oh, that's wonderful. Keep up the good work with that, and good luck
Thank
on
you so
Varsity
much.
Quiz. Thanks, Same. Here's senior Drake. Hi, Drake.
Hi.
So I'm guessing that you're a fan of probably C-SPAN or digging deep in YouTube, because you say here that you watch a lot of something Remember what you wrote?
I wrote that a long time ago.
You said you watch a lot of old political debates and
Yes.
speeches.
Yeah, I do. I think I wrote that exact same thing last year.
So is this on C-SPAN or YouTube or wherever you can find them?
Both.
Okay. Well, keep up because most people would think that's a little odd. I think it's wonderful. Keep doing it.
Thank you. Well, I just like to understand what it was like in the past.
I wish more of us did. Good luck with that. Good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Thanks, Drake. Here's Miriam. Hi, Miriam.
Hello.
Nice to see you. This says that you are involved with a bunch of cancer organizations, American Cancer Society, Cancer Sense. What do you do?
Yes, my cancer action journey. So in high school, I founded Nevada's only youth American Cancer Society chapter, and me and several of my other colleagues who are parts of this chapter, we are part of the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network. And last year, I had the opportunity to go to the Nevada State legislature and talk with senators and assembly members about passing bills that would help cancer patients.
Wow.
In the most
That's
effective way
great,
possible.
Miriam. Keep up the good work and good luck in Varsity Quiz.
Thank you.
And Cameron is a 12th grader. It says that you wrote down a couple of different musical instruments for hobbies. You remember what you wrote?
I believe I wrote piano and guitar, but I also do harmonica. I have like a bunch of stuff. I have an old accordion from like the 1890s. I have a slide whistle. I have a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
So you could be a one-person band.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
keep that up, and good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Those are our starters from Coronado High School. All right, let's meet our starters from ATEC, the Advanced Technologies Academy, 12th grader Brian. Hey, Brian.
Hello.
ATEC has a long history of competing in robotics. How are you guys doing this year?
Oh, this year we're doing great. We've got our chassis set up. We've got everything set up for our competition. It's going to be really nice.
Have you been all 4 years on robotics?
Yeah, all 4 years. Yeah, it's a great experience.
Well, good luck with that, and good
Thank
luck
you
for
so
the Varsity
much.
Quiz. Thanks, Brian. Here's 12th grader William. Hi, William.
Hello.
You wrote down a musical instrument that you played. Do you remember?
Yeah, I played trumpet in the ATEC band
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
How long you been doing that?
since 6th grade, so 6-7 years.
Keep it up, man. That's awesome. Good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Thanks, William.
Thank you.
Here's 10th grader Mark. Hi, Mark.
Hey.
This says that there's a class in mythology.
Yes, this year I've been happy to take a class that my school offers, mythology and folklore, and we cover all different pantheons of mythology. We go deep into them. So right now we just finished wrapping up Chinese, Japanese, and Native American pantheons.
Fantastic. Keep that up, and good luck here in Varsity Quiz. Thanks,
you.
Mark. Here's a 9th grader Vidyuth. Hi, Vidyuth.
Hi, Nate.
I bet you some folks know, but maybe some folks are unfamiliar with DECA. What is DECA, and what do you guys do?
So DECA is a collection of variety of different clubs like finance, business, marketing, hospitality, and it's a very well recognized national event. Currently in Nevada, we had our SCDC, our state conference, Feb 10 to Feb 12, so basically like last week. And I was able to qualify for the International ICDC.
Congratulations. Good luck with that, and good luck on your Varsity Quiz. That's our team from ATEC, and a bonus round is coming right up. All right, going into round 2, we have a tie game. Both teams at 35 points. Now, if you're scoring at home, you might be going, well, wait a second. Well, the judges have gone back, and one of the questions, we've given 5 points to ATEC on the one about the syllogism and the Toshiba TV. The judges have awarded ATEC 5 points for that, so that's why we have a tie score of 35 points for both teams. Let's go. In a matchup that experts called unlikely and most unique, which two teams met in college football's national ATEC? William.
Indiana and Miami.
That is correct. Bonus questions about sports now for ATEC only. First, which WNBA player increased league viewership by 300%? And second, which worldwide sports event will be held in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada this summer? You have 10 seconds.
For the first one, Caitlin Clark, and for the second one, the World Cup.
Do we need more specific? That's good. Okay, so bonus points in addition to the points from the original question, and this question for both teams. A year on this planet takes 225. ATEC, Mark?
Mars?
That is incorrect. That is an interrupt. I'll finish the question for Coronado. A year on this planet takes 225 Earth days. Which planet comes closest to Earth in its orbit? Coronado, Miriam.
Venus.
That is correct. Bonus questions about planets now for Coronado only. First, according to Ptolemy, what object was the center of the universe? And second, what planet was first called George by its discoverer in honor of King George III?
One Earth and two Uranus.
I think I second Uranus. I think that's also right.
First answer, the Earth. Second answer, Uranus.
Both are correct. You got bonus points in addition to the points from the original question. Now for both teams, the stomach is a muscular organ located on the left side of the upper abdomen. It connects the esophagus to the small intestine. The stomach is part of what? Coronado, Miriam?
The digestive system.
That is incorrect. Let me finish the question. The stomach is part of what canal? ATAC, Mark?
The gastrointestinal canal.
Nope, it is the alimentary. No points. Next question. What kingdom was, during the 18th century, Britain's primary colonial opponent? ATAC, William?
France.
Correct. Bonus history questions now for ATAC only. First, the Incan emperor was considered a descendant of the god of what? Second, the Greeks of ancient times called their land Hellene. Who were the first to call it Greece?
For the first one, we have the sun, and for the second one, we have the Romans.
Both are correct. You got bonus points. Here's a question for both teams. It's a calculation question. Give the Arabic numeral for each Roman numeral. MCM. ATAC, Mark?
1,000, 100, 1,000.
Yes. Okay, so that is correct. Bonus questions with Roman numerals for ATAC only. These are questions with more Roman numerals. Give the Arabic numeral for the following Roman numerals. First, L, X, I, and second, M, D, L. Repeating, Arabic numerals for the following Roman numerals. First, L, X, I, and second, M, D, L.
62. For the first one, we have 62, and for the second one, 1,550.
Correct. You got bonus points. Question for both teams. I believe a leaf of grass is no less than the journey work of the stars. Which poet wrote this line? ATAC, Mark?
Whitman.
Correct. Bonus literature questions now for ATAC only. First, Hippolyta in A Midsummer Night's Dream is queen of what group of warriors? Second, how far was the shot heard in Ralph Waldo Emerson's Conquered Hymn? In 10 seconds.
For the first one, Amazons, and for the second one, Around the World.
Both are correct. You got bonus points for both teams this question. Give the two-word term for an association of workers organized to improve wages. Coronado, Drake?
Labor union.
Yes. Bonus questions about economics now for Coronado only. First, give the term for a large corporation made up of smaller corporations. Second, give the term for a contract in which one business sells to another the right to use its name and sell its products.
Yeah, second that. First one. Yeah, conglomerate and then trademark.
First answer, conglomerate. Second answer, trademark.
Conglomerate is correct. We were looking for franchise for the second one. So some bonus points, but not all, and you keep the points from the original question. Both teams now, this question. The Mediterranean Sea covers an area of about 2.5 million square kilometers, making it one of the largest seas in the world. It touches the shores of 5 African countries. Name 2 of them. Coronado, Seme?
Egypt and Libya.
Both are correct, yes. Other ones, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. Bonus geography questions now for Coronado only. First, to fly from Des Moines to Little Rock, you would be traveling in which direction? Second, the equator crosses which of these nations? Ethiopia, Kenya, Egypt, or Namibia?
Kenya.
Kenya.
Sure. Southeast of Kenya.
Yep.
Yes.
First answer, southeast. Second answer, Kenya.
Both are correct. You got bonus points. Now we're out of time. Speed round coming up. An exciting close match. The score going into round 3. Coronado has 70 points. ATEC has 90. We have one new player for Coronado. We say hello to Dexter. Hi, Dexter. Welcome aboard. ATAC has 2 new players. There's Kingston.
Hi.
Hi, Kingston and Andrew.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. Let's get this party started. What hyphenated word is the Miranda warning meant to protect against? Kingston, ATAC.
Miranda rights?
No. Coronado, Dexter.
Self-incrimination?
That is correct. Next question. The Monstrumologist, published in 2009, is an example of Gothic horror novels published more recently. It was written by which author who also created the Fifth Wave trilogy? ATAC, Mark.
Smith.
Incorrect. Coronado, Miriam.
Ursula Le Guin.
No, we were looking for Rick Yancey. No points. Next question. What unit is used to measure the processing speed of a CPU? ATAC, Mark.
Bits.
No, that's incorrect. Coronado, if you want to try. Coronado, Drake.
Millibytes per second.
No, we're looking for gigahertz. No points. Next question. With oil spills and killing smog bringing illness and death, the EPA was founded in ATAC, Mark.
Environmental Protection Agency.
That is incorrect. That is an interrupt. I'll finish the question. The EPA was founded in 1970 by which president? Coronado, Drake.
Richard Nixon.
Correct. What protein shell surrounds a virus's genetic... That's Coronado, Miriam.
Capsid.
Correct. What type of rhetorical appeal used in writing, like editorials, focuses on credibility? Coronado, Miriam.
Ethos.
Yes. Starting in 1913, which U.S. president refused to extend diplomatic... Coronado, Miriam.
Woodrow Wilson.
Correct. Fungi belong to the class Hymenomycetes, which are commonly referred to as what? ATAC, Mark.
Mushrooms.
That's right. Give the term for a person who believes in peaceful resolutions to conflict. ATAC, Mark.
Pacifist.
Yes. Which 1930s disaster caused massive migration from the Great Plains? Coronado, Miriam.
The Dust Bowl.
That's right. The theropsid reptiles of the Triassic period would give rise to which new type of animals? ATAC, Andrew.
Dinosaurs?
No. Coronado, Miriam.
Mammals.
That's right. What's the last name of both a John, who signed the Declaration of Independence? ATAC, Mark.
Hancock.
Incorrect. That's an interrupt, and I'll finish reading the question. John, who signed the Declaration of Independence, and his actress descendant, Reese. Coronado, Samé.
Adams.
Incorrect. We're looking for Witherspoon. Next question. The U.S. government created which project during World War II to create the first... Coronado, Miriam.
The Manhattan Project.
That is correct. What country's capital has moved about 750 miles inland? ATAC, William.
Brazil.
Incorrect. That is an interrupt. I'll finish the question for Coronado. Which country's capital moved about 750 miles inland from Karachi to Rawalpindi? Coronado, Samé.
Pakistan.
That is correct. Next, a calculation question. Remember, we don't repeat in the third round, so listen up. Find the product of the complex numbers 3 plus I and its conjugate. Coronado, Miriam.
10.
Correct. In terms of alcohols, wood is to methanol and grain is to ethanol as rubbing is to what? ATAC, Mark.
Peroxide.
Incorrect. Coronado, Miriam.
Propanol.
No, we were looking for isopropyl. Next question. Which 1898 war marked the U.S.? ATAC, Mark.
Spanish-American War.
Yes. Riff Lorton and Bernardo are 2 central characters in what musical? ATAC, Mark.
West Side Story.
Yes. What command is issued by a ship's officer to a deckhand to untie or release any lines attaching a ship to a dock? Coronado, Samé.
Cut the ropes.
Nope. ATAC, Mark.
Unmoor.
Nope. Cast off. Next question. Reaching perhaps 1,600 miles per hour, what planet has the strongest winds? ATAC, Andrew.
Neptune?
That's right. What song did Paul McCartney write for John Lennon's son Julian? Coronado, Miriam.
Hey Jude.
That's right. Matter is mostly in what state in a star? ATAC, Mark.
Plasma.
Yes. Name the architectural ornamental form consisting of the outline of 3 overlapping circles or a 3-part leaf. ATAC, Mark.
Guild.
Incorrect. Coronado. Miriam?
Trefoil.
Yes. In Greek mythology, what punishment was given to Sisyphus? ATAC. Mark?
He had to roll a boulder up a hill.
We need more.
He had to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity, and every time he got close to the top, it fell right back down.
Yes. Moving on. Adventitious roots grow from what parts of ivy so that they can dig into what the ivy's climbing on? ATAC. Mark?
Leaves?
No. Coronado. Miriam?
Stem.
Yes. What 19th century thinkers co-wrote the Communist Manifesto? Coronado. Miriam?
Marx and Engels.
Correct. What country temporarily lost its independence as a result of the Anschluss of 19... Coronado. Seme?
Austria.
Yes. Two triangles are similar in the ratio of 3 to 2. What's the ratio of their areas? Coronado. Miriam?
Also 3 to 2.
Incorrect. ATAC. Mark?
4.5 to 2.
Incorrect. We're looking for 9 to 4. This has been an incredible match. Let's find out who won. One of the most intense matches we've had on Varsity Quiz in quite a while. Our final score today, Coronado 145, ATAC 110. Can we have a round of applause for both teams? An incredible match. But congratulations to Coronado. They'll be matching wits next week against Clark for the title 2026 Varsity Quiz Champion. Tune in for Varsity Quiz on Vegas PBS.